What the hell's going on, man? Hello, guys. How's everyone doing? Well, I hope everyone's doing better than the EA servers right now, considering apparently they aren't functioning. Looking through the chat, it's not really impressive. Let's see if we can get enough people in. In the meantime, how's everyone doing? I just see people just reporting like error after error in the game server. Just messaging in chat a minute. Okay, alright, so we've got 14 at the very least. What the hell is going on in chat? But yeah, this game is not having fun today at all. Servers are not anyone's best friends right now, which is impressive for a game that needs to have the servers working for it to function normally.
Oh, I think I've got 6 Senegal players and I've got 2 keepers. Oh, my playing a keeper.
Yeah, it looked like some people question whether they're still in the lobby. I guess that's still a that's from the error message. This is not going to work, but oh well. Guess we're doing it anyway. Looked like another person just joined. Up to 15 now in the lobby. Banter in it. Are you talking about? Are you talking about this game? Because this game is awful. It's seriously impressive that they find a new way to baffle me every single time I go on this. I'm waiting to see what the next the next way they baffle me is on Thursday night. I'm awful. Can't go around telling people that, man. God damn it. God damn it, Ross. Can't just be unveiling things like that to the public. Come on. Just EA servers are having an absolute meltdown right now.
might know, you might come on and just get popular charge. So mine's a 32. Until I just got you on charge, I'm trying to use that one.
Yeah, you can use one for your earphones if it's still at normal charge or use. That's all I can use it for. Restarting it to work.
Still got a small amount of time. Well, we were meant to start 5 minutes ago, actually. I take that back. But, yeah. This lobby is not functioning at all. Well, EA's servers are not functioning at all.
Oh, that's 4 out of 6 for Netherlands. For Netherlands, for Wales.
Still thinking about getting a TGT2 instead of a DD wheel. Oh, okay then. Fair enough. I don't know enough about the high-end version of wheels to properly understand that, but nice to have that option. That's for sure. How was GT yesterday, Ross? Nearly choked on water. Oh, we've got 18 in now. We are slowly but surely going in the right direction. Also, how many laps before Ern spins it, considering we're not in like Bahrain or Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that? I'll go 6 over both races. For being a reserve race, quite fun. Nice, that's good to know. Ella in an Alpine, yeah, that could be interesting. How many are we actually through now then? You've quite well, but the Super Red's only tier 2 pace, not tier 1. Go pick a better car then. Come on. Taking the piss. But yeah, no, that's a problem. There's a lot of fast guys in tier 1 for GT at this point as well. It's not like the old days of the GT Sport where we had maybe like 2 quick people. The rest were just floundering somewhere behind you. Need 2 more people to join by the looks of things. Who?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Oh, you're gonna do a Google after stop it from refreshing. No, I want to see if it's not that happens before. Yeah.
Truco saying he needs to get up early tomorrow, mate. It's only 9 o'clock in your end. You'll be fine.
Oh, Brazil, striker. Gabriel Jesus. And Itakura.
Okay, what was that, I didn't see the thing. I was too busy talking in the Discord chat. I'm gonna load up this stream. See if I can see your comment.
I think you're best to tell them if there's one.
If your phone keeps saying refreshing SIM data to restart it, this doesn't want to move your SIM card. If you have a faulty SIM or a damaged SIM reader, then check your phone.
Why am I commentating from a battlefield? What? What? I'm so confused. What are you meaning? Oh, never mind, never mind, never mind. Penny dropped. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. But for God's sake. You did confuse me for a split second there. Are we going? We are actually going. We are going to have racing. Let's go. So those not familiar with the sprint format, we're going to do one-shot qualifying followed by a 20... God damn it, you two. We're going to do 25% race after one-shot qualifying. We'll do 2 of those tonight. Tonight's around Canada and Hungary, I'm pretty sure. I've heard people talking about the fact that we're doing Hungary, so I assume it would be Hungary. It is Hungary, yeah. But Canada first, httpPyro. Okay then. Okay. Ah, it looks like it's going to be perfectly dry for the qualifying at the very least. A rain race would make things very interesting, and I'm pretty sure pretty much everyone would die in a rain race. So, bring it on. Hopefully, it's raining at least once. Wet race. There you go. Speak it into existence. Speak it into existence. Wet race. Love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Here we go. Let's set up the telemetry on the opposite side. Lap data, telemetry. And we go. So Matt obviously starting from the back. He always does it. So it's going to be rather impossible for people to go behind it. But let's see. Swen in the Haas right now in 7th. Rigo in the Alfa Romeo looking to actually do something, considering his internet didn't allow him last week. So it wasn't the greatest start of the season for him, but looking to bounce back. Luke's out. Give a different person spotlight every single time we go through. But we go through the hairpin now, and it looked like Staber to McLaren. Okay, that could be very interesting, and I think Staber might win this if it isn't, if he doesn't spin it. But there you go. That I say that, but that's literally the question we ask every single race at this point. Is Staber going to win or he's going to spin the car? It's one of the two usually. All right, down to the line. Who's going to be on pole? Jack got disqualified, and it's going to be Rigo on pole by less than 1/10 of a second. 1:11.5 or 1:11.6 for Staber, 1:11.9 for in third, quite the way off. Donny in fourth, even further back, 12.2. 12, wow, 5 1,000ths ahead of Hallinan. You got very, very loud F1 music in the background. Probably should have turned that down. But yeah, looking at that, Ella got disqualified. Reaper did. Jesus, a lot of people did. Bloodwave, Robin, Noof, 6 people without laps. Luke and Matt retired. Saeed 11th, Truco 10th, Boomer 9th, Will 8th, Swen 7th. Never really moved from 7th while we were watching his lap. Mildy 6th, telling him 5th in the Red Bull. Think he could do... Yeah, no, Canada does have some tricky track limits. But they're not that hard to navigate. Maybe a couple of chicanes, but that's about all you're getting. Yeah, Donny 4th. I believe was 3rd. And you've got Staber. God save the spin. I gave 6 laps. Also, rain. Where is it? This does not look like rain to me. I was told this was a wet race. Forgot drive, definitely retiring. Yeah, I was generous. I gave him 6 laps over both races. Let's see if he can beat that first off. SietseBouma having a little bit of a jab at Ella. It is wet, not see them more. No, that doesn't count. But anyway, no formation lap, so it's 5 lights, and it's lights out, away we go. Who's got a better start? It looks like SietseBouma's off to a better start, and he well and truly is. Not even close. It looked like Donny got a better start than down in the second row, and Mildy stays in 5th, Hallinan fighting Will in 6th. We go down towards the second chicane, and a couple of people still fighting there. I think Hallinan might have just picked up a warning. Swen and Will, yellow flag in sector 1, and Bloodwave's out! Bloodwave's out! That might cause a, yeah, that was about to say that might cause a safety car. It's gonna cause a virtual safety car. Rigo spun it! Rigo spun it. Did that just flick in out of wet? Rain? Oh, am I going insane? I don't know. I didn't mean to have to rhyme either. But yeah, that's going to be a virtual safety car. So SietseBouma with 1.7 second gap. Can't read today. Already on Donny in 2nd, and as I said before, the races are just dependent on whether or not SietseBouma spins. He's got through 1 lap. I mean, has technically got through a lap as well, and it actually is starting to rain a little bit on the game. Might be going wet sooner than you think, or to intermediate, sorry, sooner than you think. Depends on how heavy it gets. It looks like Luke's pit. Bloodwave's already out. Pass in the middle of the track, not ghosted, which I believe means is Jack. Which is not good news for Bloodwave, as he is now out of the race. Luke in the pits as well, I would say would have been saved by the fact of a lack of a pit. Well, a lack of a pit for everyone else, but that if the rain comes down, oh, drive through for Jack, makes his day go from bad to worse. And there you go, there's the spin. There it is. We all called it. Wasn't that hard to call, but we all called it. Ella right up the back of Truco's, managed to hold on for now, and Rigo right up the back of Ella as well. These 3 going at it. It looked like SietseBouma lost about 0.6 of a second on the restart. Maybe Donny was just planning on getting a really good restart. Down the line we go. Haas versus Mercedes, Will versus Swen, and oh, a little bit of a collision there on the inside, and well, Swen's going to hold position as a result. He's got Boomer right up on the back of him as well. Here we go, down the outside this time, the Mercedes, not able to get it though, and here comes Boomer with a launch round the outside, still not able to get it. He certainly tried it. Jack goes into the pit to serve his now. DRS has been enabled. It'll be pointless in a couple of laps when it gets disabled again. Ella and Truco right on the back, and Rigo also trying to fight Ella down the inside. He might be able to get this one. If not, it's going to line Rigo up for a shot. Still all but side by side with Truco here is Ella. No, but all 3 of them have DRS, and Truco's able to hold on. Yeah, some things don't change. Ella maybe round the outside, doesn't go for it, but here comes Rigo down the inside. Oh, and Truco lost the rear end of the car, I think there. It's actually held Rigo off somehow. It's managed to hold in both positions. Swen and Will this time for proper, and I think Will's going to get past without much of a problem now. Truco gets 3 seconds. I see Reaper's got a penalty. Jack's got a penalty. Saeed and Rigo, what the hell happened to Rigo? On the outside goes Rigo. He's just about holding on to that position. It was Saeed's for a split second. It's now Rigo's once again, who lost a little bit of ground to Ella in this fight as well, who goes down the inside. And then down the outside and then inside of the following corner. And oh, well, Truco's spun and he's taken Rigo with him. I think Reaper's just got as well. Reaper's just got as well. Try to... what the hell happened to Reaper? Try to avoid the Alfa Romeo without a front wing. I can only imagine he maybe put too much throttle down in that attempt of getting out the way, but still one way of doing it, I guess. But Rigo is probably not going to be too happy with the result of that. Staber on the in the meantime certainly will be the yellow flag. I think it's Ella. It is Ella. Here comes the Ferrari. Truco, Donny's gone into the pits. Will's got a time penalty. I assume Rigo and Truco will follow him in. Saeed's come in as well. All on the softs, which can do a decent chunk. They're going intermediates. Oh, I see. That's why. There goes the rain. So, we don't really have to have this on anymore. Everyone that's pitting should be going to the intermediate tyre. Whether or not people are jumping the gun or got it timed right or whatever, we're about to find out. But Erm's now in 16th after his spin. A few of the guys at the back have all had spins. All the way through Ella in 11th right now. Nobody really that close. Boomer's trying to catch up to Sven, who also has DRS at the moment, until that gets disabled on Will in front of him, but Will got 3 seconds. Hallinan also closing on Millsy, who's currently sat second. Staber has a 3.2 second gap as we get a really, really awkward view of Boomer's character as we come through the hairpin. Looked like Sven had a problem as well with his ghosting, but oh, that's a safety car! That's a safety car! Will gets a drive-through for speeding under said safety car. And that's a free pit stop. Wait, Staber stayed out. Staber stayed out. Milvey stayed out. Why? There's not an awful lot of an excuse for that one. Noof's got a drive-through. Oh my god, everyone's getting drive-throughs. Yeah, there's a few people in the pits right now. Saeed, Truco, Noof all come in. Can't serve a drive-through under a safety car, remember, so they're going to have to do pit stops again afterwards. But I am very surprised that Staber and Mildy decided to stay out. They're going to have to pit this lap, but they've lost the chance of the lead now. They could have had the lead coming out of that pit stop, but I thought it would have made sense on the last lap to pit regardless onto the intermediates. It looked like those tyres are... It looked like the track is starting to head in that direction, and was starting to head in that direction on the prior lap as well. So that's a weird call. That's a very, very weird call, and it's cost them dearly. Unless it's going back to dry soon, and I don't know about this. I would be extremely... Yeah, no, that's just a weird, weird decision. It's a gamble, and it's a one that really just should not have been taken. That first lap, when the safety car came out, he should have been pitting anyway, regardless of the safety car coming out or not, because it would have gone to intermediates. Irrespective. That's just... You see, this is why I usually do the interviews at the end of a Thursday race, because there are some very, very questionable decisions made by some people. I have a lot more questions rather than answers right now. But either way, safety car still going to have everyone bunch up, so we might go for a lap extra. Hallinan in the lead, Donny in second. Technically Sven in third after World's penalty. But that's... We'll see how that sorts itself out come the end of the race. Boomer currently sat in fifth. Robin 6 to 2 Williams for the day. Safety car coming in this lap. Okay. Wasn't quite expecting that. That's killed the guy to the back races, that's for sure. Everyone from Truco Downs race is over. Which does leave us with 13 left in this one, pretty much. Unless we can get some more people on the back by the time we get going. But Hallinan is going to lead us in. Surprised he's not been caught up by the safety car going in here, but either way, down the line, we're going again, and he's got quite a decent gap. Obviously, DRS is no longer a thing. Well, it shouldn't be a thing at this point. Yellow flag is sector 3. It's a Ferrari. It's Noof Squid that's had a bit of a problem, and you got Saeed with a penalty in that situation as well. Nothing really going in the way of a battle at the moment. Oh, Ella, that's not the track. That is not the track. Oh! As soon as I say that, there goes Staber in a wall. I think he just lost part of his front wing. And the day that's been, well, almost good for Staber until he made that one mistake. Has now gone from bad to worse. And any chance he had of actually doing anything in this race may have just fell apart. Rigo gets 3 seconds. Ella goes past Robin. Even if it was with the help of the corner cut earlier on, but he got past him later in the lap. So Ella about a second behind Boomer, about 4 tenths behind Sven. And Donny also still within a second of Hallinan, but not really doing an awful lot to try and trouble him. In comes Will. That's to serve his drive-through, so that's a free position to almost every other person behind him. Got Boomer and Sven close, and we've got Robin and Ella close. Nothing really happening elsewhere at the moment. Staber trying to hang on to the back of that Aston Martin. I was protecting himself from Saeed as well, who also has a 3-second time penalty. We'll watch Boomer. We'll give Boomer some spotlight right now. See if anything happens here. He's gonna need something to happen in order to get a podium out of this, but Ella right behind him as well. Ella flying up until that last chicane. Yellow flag in sector 2, and there goes Rigo. There goes Rigo, and that. Well then. And we're back to square one. No one going in. Not slick weather, so no one bar probably Staber, who probably goes in for a different front wing, actually needs to do anything. Rigo is our 3rd DNF of the race. Rigo, who was on a here, didn't drive on Thursday, and well, today hasn't gone his way at all. So last week we had multiple different winners. So we had Boomer and Joe win. Obviously Joe's not racing, so that's one guy that has won that can't win again. And Boomer, he stands a chance, but it's unlikely from here. But yeah, we're gonna go through probably go in at the end of the lap, maybe. Oh, we're waiting for the rest of the people coming up. I'm not entirely sure. I think we're waiting because I didn't see the message to say that we were in fact coming in this lap. Like Hallinan's dropping off that much, so that's a 3 seconds for Noof, who's just come out the pit lane, going through the beginning of sector 2 now and trying to catch back up. We're doing an extra, yep, we're doing an extra lap under the safety car, so we'll go at the beginning of lap 12. Everyone should in fact be caught up by that point. So Staber comes out in 12th after presumably getting a new front wing. Get a good look at it now, actually, whether or not Staber has a new front wing. He does have a new front wing. Saeed's got a penalty, Truco's got a penalty, so that should be another couple of positions for the guys behind. Could still realistically see a top 11 finish for Matt as well. He's got to get a move on. He's also got to catch up to the back of this pack for sure. We also get to see round 2 between Hallinan and Donny. Right, and round 1 was not very pleasant experience for that Aston Martin at all. Hallinan to make it 3. Hallinan and Donny looking to make it 3 from 3 in terms of different winners on the season. In terms of championship rankings, it's still way too early to realistically say anything about these about championship rankings. We're only on round 3 or 4, a good 20 odd. Oh, what the hell has happened to Sven there? Sven decided he obviously had a bit of a mistake and obviously decided he didn't like the hairpin. Wow. Everyone behind Ella backwards had to actually get the position back. So Sven, albeit makes a really bad mistake, manages to escape with a singular position loss. Here comes Hallinan, who gets us on the restart. And here we go. It doesn't look like he's broke that much of a gap to Donny, to be honest with you. And this time we're actually going to get a pretty good race out of it. Here comes Sven and Boomer, and Ella also sticking his nose around the outside. If he gets this would be a brilliant move. Can he get it on the Williams? He is not going to get it on the Williams by the looks of things. Oh no, he actually is. He got it eventually. Took him a little bit longer than he would have wanted, and Robbins had a little bit of a mishap as well. Going through the second chicane on the lap. Donny also 1.2. What the hell happened here? Donny way back now. Staber currently in 11th. Trying to fight. Oh, here comes these two. Maybe going a little bit too deep on Robin there. Looks like Staber is also trying to make himself something stick, and so with Truco on Saeed as well. So these two in front of him go side by side through the hairpin. He's going to go through the inside, and a little bit of a touch with Truco, I think, has opened the door for Truco to go past to hold that position on Staber, but Staber's also taken the position on Saeed. So Saeed losing out majorly there, and finally gets past Robin in the process, but also gets himself 3 seconds for his trouble. Will coming in for another pit stop, so we are in Chaos Central apparently for the restart in this race. Albeit we haven't had another spin of any sort so far. We've just had a little bit of a loss of control by Robin. That's pretty much it. Looks like Robin also losing time on the back of him here. He's a little bit all over the place. Truco's not much better behind him. You got Staber right on the back of him. You got Saeed all over the place further back and now being attacked by Jack. We'll see right now whether or not the train of cars here are actually able to do something. It doesn't look like it is. Staber getting a better exit. Pulled himself alongside now. The McLaren versus Ferrari realistic cars should level out the pace between the two. Staber going round the long way on him. And actually going to lose out. Staber right, just trying to do slipstream at this point. On Truco to make something work. Down the straight we go. Donny gets 3 seconds, and I think that's game in terms of who's winning the race. Boomer also picks up 3, and Staber loses the car a little bit, saves it. It unfortunately cost him the ability to go past Truco, looking like a brick wall once again. And McLaren not doing anything, and a little bit of a tap. Gonna cost Stable a little bit more time. We've got penalties up and down the grid at this point. Donny's cost himself a podium most likely with that mistake. Here comes Zeller on Sven. And he might have touched Sven a little bit there, but either way, both drivers got out reasonably unharmed. Mildy also charging down Boomer directly behind him. Also caught up, but his 3-second time penalty is going to make the difference there. Boomer gets the position back on Mildy, but I'm not going to get a good camera angle of this at all. They're actually going to get a decent camera angle of trying to go the long way around Mildy, but directly behind him. Mildy down the inside, went for the shot, the Hail Mary, not able to make it stick. Boomer got the corner wrong, and Mildy looked to take advantage of it. Couldn't make it stick, and now he's in a desperate fight with who's got the inside line into the wall of champions. And Mildy holds on. Decided to back out. And these three are going at it. There's a bit of a problem back there. El Truco's out and Steve has spun. Wow, and in comes Mildy and fighting directly behind Boomer up the field. So that's a huge collision there. Truco out, Staber also effectively race over, so that is not good news for either one of those. I can imagine there's a couple of people not too happy about it either. Still got a 4-way fight, all the way, 5-way fight if you include Sven in the mix here. Boomer have penalties. And probably lose out of position at least to Mildy, maybe even one more back to Robin. Matt is really looking good for at least 11th right now, possibly even stretching into the top 10. Now Truco's out. Truco's left the session even though we've got another race coming up, which is interesting. Staber losing position like they're going out of fashion, Will at the back still. 4/10 of a second behind Boomer, who's just about inside the second mark on Ella, who's closing in on Sven. So he might have a couple of separate battles still in this race. And it looks like we still got a battle between Jack and Saeed at the back here as well. Boomer holding on right now. They both have penalties, so it is a case of who can actually win this fight. Boomer's got the inside line. Going to be squeezed all the way to the outside. They're going to hold on to each other side by side still. Boomer's going to have the inside line again. Has squeezed him by almost Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton style. But has got in front. Bit aggressive, but still probably in the realms of fair play. So we go into, heading through lap 16, almost into lap 17 now. Ella's going to fight with Sven. Donny's penalty is completely mute now, considering he's quite the distance away in front. Robin doesn't have a pen. Jack did just get past him. We're going to continue having a look at this. The gap has opened up back there, actually. It looks like Ella versus Sven is going to go on one more lap at the very least. You see Donny in the distance, and Hallinen's won this by a country mile. Oh, Ella's hit the back! Ella's hit the back of Sven! It's allowed for Herb to go past, and it's probably going to go Boomer around the outside or open the door for Mildy, one of the two. And there, Boomer's actually switched to the inside, tried to switch back, it's not going to stick. We've seen this one happen before. Boomer had a little bit of a tap. Lost the car there and loses the position of Mildy as well. Still going to lose the position of both of those, but long way down the long way back now is Ella on who needs to get past Sven. Hallinan 2.7 seconds up the road on Donny, and it's been a rather dominant performance. After the mistake of Mildy and Staber staying out early, and Jack got another 3 seconds, which might just cost him a few positions. It's going to cost him at least one. We'll continue watching multiple battles down the grid as we head through to the final chicane one more time. The penultimate, time through this chicane. Neither one picking up a penalty there. Sven still 4 seconds back. 0.2 of a second right on the back of Sven here. We saw one of the Alpines have a go at him on the last lap. He's not going to have a go at him this time round, and we're on the last lap now. What about Mildy and Ella? Mildy not really able to make that one stick. These two genuinely fighting for position. Bouma and Jack also behind. Oh, something's happened! Sven's out! Sven's out! He spun it in the first sector. On the end of the second chicane, lost his car entirely. He's out the race. And that's going to open some more doors. And I think, well, it certainly promoted Ella up to the podium, that's for sure. Ella or Mildy is going to lose out at least 2 positions. As we go through the hairpin now. Staber is too far back to realistically get anything other than the 11th place he's currently in. Down the straight we go. Into the wall. Champions for the final time. And Hallinan does the safest chicane I've ever seen to etch his name into the winners listed sprint. And he's done it extremely comfortably. No one really challenged him. After the mistake of Staber and Mildy of stay out earlier on, which is still a baffling decision, Hallinan really took over and never really relinquished any sort of hold on that win. Donny comes second, Ella gets the podium. In the end, Mildy gets 4th after Sven's spin dropped him all the way to the back. That is a very costly spin, I'll say that much. And then you've got ended up 5th in the end after losing his position to Ella and Mildy on the final lap due to penalties. Bouma got 6th, Robin got 7th, Jack 8th, Saeed 9th, Will 10th, who's having a really, really poor showing considering what he did last season. Staber is it's just a mistake central this race, I think. Matt comes 12th in the end, somehow didn't beat Staber. Noof got 13th, Reaper got 14th, Sven got 15th, both down a lap technically. Truco 16th with his DNF, Rigo 17th, Luke and Bloodwave, the other DNFs on the race as well. But it's Hallinan's time. He's the 3rd winner of the season in 3 races, and well, more races like this, and he might be able to push a title fight this season. Well then, can you imagine looks like Donny's dropping out. But yeah, that was a very interesting first race. That was definitely all over the place, let's say that. Yeah, a little bit of a taste of the F1 backing music. F1 soundtracks. Which I know everyone loves and nobody hates at all. Nearly choked on water again. I seem to be doing that a lot. Having a look at the GT at the moment. GT availability. While I wait for everything to sort itself. Just sorting something out. Right, now that's sorted, we can get back to where we are. What's the sprint? We got 50. So, about 4-ish minutes until we get going again, this time around Hungary, so overtaking's not happening. But yeah, we've got a decent. I don't know. I'm not friends with Hungary. I think that might be the best way to say it. I'm not friends with this track. But yeah, we get a Hungary is trash. I can't help but agree with you. I've already said I'm not the best. I'm not its best friend. I'll say that much. I get some people like it. I know some people like it. Still quite bad, but I can see the allure for it. I think is the best way to put it. But I don't like it myself. It's not really enough that you can actually do. Hungary's one of my slowest tracks. Hungary is one of my slowest tracks without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, that's, I don't know. To be fair, it's not as bad as Australia is on this game. For some reason, I've been doing Australia, not for some reason. I know the reason why I'm doing Australia time trial, but I've been doing Australia time trial recently, and for some reason, there's no grip. Like there's genuinely no grip. It's just an ice rink. Anyone else think that's the case around Australia? Because I'm not having fun with it. Admittedly, I'm not having a fun. I'm not having a fun time with it. Well then. Staber saying that he needed that safety car a split second earlier. Right, we should be going any minute. Just realised that, yeah, it'd be for the next GT race is on the Monday, isn't it? The World Cup. Starts at 7. They can't really put it back to 9. That'd be a bit unfair. Truco is not the happiest person right now. Truco just left in rage, apparently. Picture Todd put in chat. Rigo was yeah, no, that we did actually catch that on the stream. Are we going? We are going. It's 51 final. It looked like Boomer found out how time works in the last minute. But yeah, looks like we're going. 18 people in Hungary. Here we go. We'll see where people are going to be around Hungary. You watched Swen's lap last time. Staber asking people to DNR. And we already have steward submissions, which is always the best site halfway into the session. You see that Ellard's already reported a couple of things. Very quick on it. Holy Christ. Millsy looking for Bloodwave to actually do something so they can actually be somewhere in the championship. Yeah, fair point. Bloodwave's been rather disappointing so far this season. Supposed to be tier 1, can't keep it on the track, but then again, that's could be said for a decent chunk of the tier 1 here, especially tonight anyway. Especially when the race itself, I believe, was won by a tier 4 guy. About 4 seconds to qualifying then, lads. Watch Hallinan lap. Oh, it's reverse grid, never mind. I've completely forgot about that. Give me a minute. Oh, someone jumped it. Someone jumped it. The Joker's jumped to start. So it's Bloodwave in the lead. Rigo's in second right now. Luke in third. Reaper fourth. Swen's third. Now up to the line, up to the first corner, sorry. Oh, one of the Mercedes have gone so far wide, he just lost a few positions. Decided to turn into a lawnmower. Oh, there goes Staber! There goes Staber! In similar fashion to what we saw now Gift when it comes to front in the Nations Cup again as a Finnish guy, but Jesus, all over the place that one. Got a couple of people fighting into the end of the first sector here. It looked like the two Alpines and the Aston Martin fighting. It looked like one of them went a little bit too wide, and they've kind of settled into their position now. Yellow flag. Staber again. Staber's not having a fun time of this. So it's Bloodwave and Rigo out in front this time, unable to be impacted by other people around them. Staber has not had a kind first lap to him. Well, let's have a look at what ALR and Will are doing here. These two go around side by side. The inside line for the Mercedes, though, should be able to hand him this position. Trey was a bit aggressive coming over. He has cut ALR out of the position there, and Staber's gone again. It has not been his best lap in driving, that's for sure. That's more the old Staber back again with the can't keep his car on the track. But it looks like Ella's just about able to hold off Will here. They're going side by side. This time a little bit of a tap, and Ella's going to have the position up to 14th. Helenen, the leader of the winner of the first race, obviously started at the back of this one in the Red Bull, all the way up in 11th already. And charging down the Williams of Boomer right in front of him. So, and one of the AlphaTauri directly in front of him has a drive-through for a jump start. Well, it's your own fault for jump starting at that point. It's one of the things you wouldn't expect to see in a competitive race for F1. Yellow flag in sector 1 is Staber again. Oh my god. They're not that far from lapping him already. So Joker's come into the pits to serve his drive-through, so everyone moves up at a particular position, and he gets 5 seconds to speed it into the pit lane. That could not have gone worse if it tried. Here comes Helenen on Boomer. Straight line speed is definitely there, but possibly not enough for him to actually get something to stick here. What about and Mildsy right now? It looks like Mildsy actually pulled away a decent chunk on the two Alpines there, as Helenen is still chasing him down. Rigo also chasing down Bloodwave at the front of the grid. Hold up at the moment. Staber spun again. Helenen down the inside is a decent move there. Enough for him to take up 9th. And Saeed also trying to make a move on Robin in front of him. The Williams drivers this time around not enjoying themselves. Staber having a lot of problems. This might be one of those races he might want to forget very quickly. Here comes Saeed on Robin. Also, have a look at the tyres that everyone else is on. Bloodwave on mediums. Rigo, oh, okay. Rigo has done something there on the final corner. He's lost control of his car. Has he got a wing? That's my real question here. Nope. That's a damaged front wing. That's a very damaged front wing. There's no end plate on the right-hand side of that at all. Or left-hand side of that, sorry. No, it's right the first time. I forgot the wrong side. I got the wrong side of which one it is. So here comes Jack trying to do a switchback. Gone for another one here and not really worked to his favor at the moment, but he's got him up the straight up the hill just a little bit faster because of the front wing damage on the Alfa Romeo. The Haas, albeit not using favorable track limits, finally gets him. Saeed also not able to get Robin yet. And the longer he takes in getting Robin here, the easier it is for that Red Bull behind him to make him pay for it. You would expect, yeah, flag in sector 2 and Joker's out. Staber needs this to be a safety car, and Staber's got it! The problem is, without Bloodwave pitting, he can't. Wait, Staber just spun it? Staber's just spun it. Mildy's left, but Staber's just spun it. However, he's going to get out in front, and quite a way in front, so... Oh, Mildy's left because he has been lapped. Yeah, that's a bad position to be. Yep, Staber not getting picked up by the safety cars. Reaper will, so Staber gets to go at his own pace here. He might be able to get a pit stop in at the end of this lap as well, and then be able to make a charge to get caught back up. But he needed that, Staber. His race has been abysmal so far. Also, Bloodwave trying to do 13 laps on those soft tyres could be very interesting. Swen's definitely in a favoured position. Medium tyres right behind him. Luke in 5th, Matt in 6th. He's not pit yet. Same with them and Reaper, who I guess think it's too early. Saeed goes to hards. Interesting. It could cost Saeed a hefty chunk after this. So Joker's out. Came, joined, did about 3 laps and went. They've got a lot that could still happen here. Still got pit stops for Reaper and Matt at the very least. Staber does in fact go into pit to take his pit stop now, which is smart from him. He's managed to engineer the situation as to where he is somehow not being lapped, even though he was very much on the verge of it. He saved his race a small amount. Still quite the way to go. Matt does eventually pit. He's going to drop himself all the way to in front of Staber. Actually, no, he's not. Will's come in for a pit stop as well, so Matt's going to drop himself to 14th. We'll probably get at least 1 more lap under the safety car, possibly even 2. This is lap number 2 under said safety car. Staber's not particularly happy with the new rules. But we're going for a 4th different winner in succession. Staber's actually going to be able to make a good dent into that minute time loss. A minute gap he currently has to the guy in front of him. That is somehow going up, even though he is very definitely quicker. There you go, it's coming down by chunks now. Down below 50. Safety car is in this lap, so Staber's only going to get the benefit of effectively maybe an entire sector behind at the very least, maybe even 2. So Staber's still very much in the need of another safety car as we watch Reaper, who's going to do one of the slowest restarts I've ever seen. I'm going to see if bites at any point. Bloodwave also dropping himself a decent way back. Reaper round the final corner, we're gone. And Reaper's got a decent gap. It looked like Bloodwave was Bloodwave couldn't have been sleeping anymore behind the wheel, because he is way too far back. Mildy might as well DNF as well here, because he's out. Well, he's been lapped. But I don't know where he actually is on track right now. So you've got they're still within a second. Bloodwave dropped that from almost 1.5 seconds to within we're in 7 tenths at the moment. Sven further 9 tenths back. Luke an extra 9 tenths on top of that. Jack also trying to fight his way through. Blue flag flying everywhere. I'm pretty sure that's for the Aston Martin. Not entirely sure what that was. It looked like Jack's having a little bit of a nightmare as he goes through the middle of the sector here. He's trying to fight Luke. Robin a little bit too far back behind him. He's also under pretty heavy fire from Saeed and Rigo, even though Rigo just picked up 3 seconds. Staber 31 seconds off the back of the pack right now. 30 seconds now. Off the back of Matt. He is most definitely praying for another safety car. Will bring him straight back into this. Probably able to put on another set of softs as well. Saeed not able to do anything. Here comes Rigo down the inside. And Rigo with the inside line and the fresher medium tyre should be able to make this stick. And he is going to make it stick. And he might be able to go around the outside of the Williams in front of him here. Not. He's a little bit too far back for the double. But he does get the single on Saeed. Might be able to get it around the outside here. Looked like Robin had a little bit of unsettling in his car. Possibly opened the door. Yellow flag, and there goes There goes Oh, he's had a nightmare out of that chicane. He's had an absolute nightmare out of that chicane. And he's actually brought out another safety car. I guess Staber's too much throttle on the curve on the outside, I'm guessing. Yeah, normality resumed. Yeah, that's 100%. You got further than I thought you would, I'm not going to lie. So Ernst is on a second one out and somehow still gets beat by Adam. Reaper pits now onto the soft tyre. It probably helped. It actually probably helps Bloodwave reach the end of this safety car as well. Boomer pits as well. Not entirely sure why. Would have committed to my stop along in the first safety car, especially if I started on the soft tyre. I wouldn't be pitting here. Unless I was on the medium tyre to start, which is what Reaper's done, but he's in 12th because he was just not able to break a gap. Rigo's got 3 seconds worth of penalties. Saeed's looked even more sceptical on the hard now. But we've got a different battle going on now. A very interesting one. Whether or not softs are going to reach the end of this race. It's certainly going to be helped by this safety car, or multiple safety cars, shall I say. Certainly going to be helped. If not, Sven's going to be able to take this. He'll be winner number 4 in any sort of situation here, because, well, looking at the last race, Hallinen's 9th, Joe's not racing, and Boomer is in 14th, so as for a new winner in the races so far in sprint, it looks very likely we will get it. The safety car not coming in this lap, and that actually does allow Staber to catch up to the back of every single of the pack. Staber actually caught up from the pack, even though a little while back he looked like he was going to, well, let's be honest, it looked like he was going to get lapped. Staber comes in, which isn't surprising. If I'm that far back, I'm definitely putting the softs on and see what I can get. There's nothing to lose at this point. So, Bloodwave in the lead, Sven in 2nd, Luke in 3rd, Jack in 4th, Robin in 5th, Rigo 6th. Gone the exact opposite way that Mildy would have wanted. But Bloodwave's winning at the moment, says it's helping it out as much as Millsy is hindering it in this particular race anyway. Managed to just keep the car going for the sake of keeping the car going at this point. But I'm pretty sure he's AI. So you got 4 people, 5 people on the soft, 4 people on fresh softs. Staber is one of them, and you would expect Staber to be able to make his way through that pack at a decent rate. Gonna have to do some audacious moves to get it done, but if he can even catch up to the back of the pack here, he should be able to. And they're going through the final corner. Saber's going through the final corner of Sector 2. One of the guys on the softs at the back there has decided that being beside everyone else is useless straight off the safety car. Here comes Bloodwave, gonna lead us in, going around the final corner, trying to make up for his mistake at Canada, which was abysmal. Here we go, out the final corner, he's going now, he's gone now, has someone caught him out? It looks like, no, Bloodwave's definitely caught nobody out, that's for sure. Swen, 4 tenths. Reaper gets 3 seconds of penalties. Noof drops a position. Noof and Boomer are fighting it out. These two going down the grid. Matt's dropped a position. It looks like the Ferrari and the Williams also having a bit of a battle here. The McLaren just shaping up behind it. Hallinan span! The winner of the last race spins it round. And that's a free position for everyone behind him. Ella not that close to Rigo by the looks of it. Noof's out. Noof's out as well. That might bring out another Staber span it. Oh my god, man. Just as you thought Staber might be able to put something together, he's thrown it away again. Looked like, oh, Swen's out. That's another safety car. Are we not racing? You decide that this game decide we're not racing. Okay, sure. We're not racing today, lads. That might. But yeah. Well then, Rigo left the session. Rigo's out! The hell happened to Rigo? Staber span it again. The hell happened to Rigo? Also, Ingo's Hallinan, Ingo's Will. Those two onto soft tyres now. Staber's worked his way back up into the top 10 after half dozen DNFs. Yeah, I want to know what the hell happened to Rigo as well. I looked down at my phone for a split second and Rigo was out of the race. Oh, that's a stable without a front wing. That is a stable without a front wing. I'm pretty sure, yeah, no, that McLaren's got no front wing on it, so that's a bit of that's a problem. That's quite a problem. We have effectively taken out, what, 8 or 9 laps by just safety cars, and then we've taken out almost half the race with safety cars. But yeah, well, Boomer's lost a position. Oh, no, he didn't lose a position. Matt's gone in again. You can only think this is a wing change, because there's no way you pay again. McLaren's is a wing change, 100%. There's not a wing on the now for Romeo. Okay, that's just soft tires going back on. Interesting choice. Rigo punched his wheel. Well, we'll wait for a safety car to go in again for what feels like the 35th time tonight. Millsy somehow moved himself up to 13th, even though he's actually done nothing and hasn't done anything in a long time. Like 2 laps behind at this point. If you get points, how come Jesus? Okay, it's not that bad. So, in we go again. Bloodwave's going to let us in, and well, the question I said earlier on whether or not Bloodwave Soft will make it to the end is a complete non-factor now, because, well, quite frankly, Bloodwave never really had to do anything to get those Softs to the end. He's done like 1 lap total on him. Here we go! And he got a decent gap to Luke as well, so it's going to look like a really, really hard task from here on out to stop Bloodwave, but let's see if anyone's up to that task. We've got Ella that goes past Robin, and down the inside goes Reaper. Even though he's got a 3-second time penalty, he'll love that sort of move. He's got to try and get Ella as well, and then start to clear some sort of a gap. The top 3 have broke away already. You got people behind, 3 seconds for Will, that might bring Hallinan and Staber back into this. There is still a possibility of 1 more safety car. And Staber spun it again. Jack spun it as well. Doesn't look like either of them are out though. Jack and Staber both spinning it. Tier 1 did not come to show out today at all. 3 seconds for Ella, which completely negates. Jack's out. He's retired on track, so that might bring out something else. Unless his car's going to drive to the nearest possible spot. I don't know. Looks like we avoid a safety car for now. That was almost Reaper having a nightmare at the exit of the final corner. We do avoid the safety car for now. Hallinan on Will. Red Bull on Mercedes. And Hallinan not going to make that move. They go around the outside of the following corner though. Here comes, there you got in front Boomer and Saeed who hasn't come off the softs despite the 55 safety cards. And they come off the hards even, despite the safety cards. And Hallinan, Will, Boomer, you would all expect to be able to pass that hard tyre. You would expect eventually anyway. It looked like Will just got overtaken by Hallinan, and Will just cut the corner just straight up. I would be very surprised if he's able to hold that. That looked a bit unfair. Staber spun it again. Millsy is somehow unlapping himself. We've still got a few battles. We're on lap 15 of 18. Still got a few battles up and down the grid. No one really doing anything at the moment. And at the moment, though, yellow flag in sector 2. Staber again. That's a reset to track. It looks like down the inside goes Reaper on Ella, and Reaper's gonna have that position. It's a shame neither of these will finish on the podium in the end, especially if Robin can get a move on. But it's still a good move nonetheless by Reaper down the inside into turn 1. Probably a move he had to make if he wanted to get into that. And Staber span it again. Staber in 11th, not having a fun time in this race at all. Got constant blue flags for Mildy up in second. Well, I say up in second. In second, but a lap back. Ella right on the back of Reaper. Reaper able to close in on Luke now. He's still nowhere near getting... never mind. That's the end of Reaper's attempt to getting a podium. He's not even going to get Ella now. 6 seconds. So Reaper has definitely killed that. Probably going to drop a few ways back, maybe even all the way down the 9th. It's entirely possible the rest of the grid can get Reaper from here. Yellow flag in sector 2. Staber again. At this point, might even lose his position in Mildy the way he's driving. Got a few people attempting stuff here as we go down into turn 1, but the DRS train is very much in effect right now. It looked like Will just lost the position of Alan, and very bizarre. Maybe just a little bit too much fall, almost lost the car and had to put on the brakes pretty quickly. Either that or just messed up, one of the two. But Hallinan's going to move up a position there. Will's also got a 3-second time penalty, so it wouldn't have mattered either way. It does allow Hallinan to go after Boomer and possibly Saeed as well. We're on lap 17 of 18. Nobody stepping up to blood right now, even though as soon as I say that, the gaps come down about a second. Yellow flag in sector 3. Staber at the same corner again. Here comes Hallinan. Maybe going to do an audacious move on Boomer. They're coming down the straight now. He's got the pace. Look at that Red Bull versus that Williams. That is just an extraordinary amount of pace on that Red Bull realistic cars. Holy crap. Well, it means Hallinan got past Boomer pretty easily. He should open a very, very good gap to have a go at Saeed here and possibly even Robin. Yellow flag in sector 1 is Staber again. We got DRS. And Hallinan looks to go around the outside. Should have made a late switch to the inside and possibly could have got Saeed doing that, but still, he certainly should be going to the inside here. He's got to make a go of it at some point here, Hallinan. Otherwise, he's not really going to make a lot work. It looks like Bloodwave's going to hang on, even though the time is coming down like a house on fire right now. Yellow flag in sector 2 is Staber. It's also Ella. Ella spun it. Lost his front wing and retired for the session entirely. If Staber can get round the final corner, he will get a top 10 finish. Hallinan picks up 3 seconds, so Boomer's going to get him. But he'll still be Will though in the Mercedes. And here comes Bloodwave. There's Mildy, who somehow managed to unlap himself. As we go around the final corner, Bloodwave is going to do it. He's going to become 4 of 4. And he's going to do it just ever so slightly. He wins in Hungary. He gets his first win of the season. And it looks like the team of Mildy and Bloodwave might be actually on the board for something at this point. It looks like he's going to drop down to 12th. Luke comes second, Robin comes third, Saeed comes 4th, Boomer gets 5th, Reaper gets 6th, Hallinan 7th, Will 8th, Matt 9th. Well, it's going to be Mildy in 10th. He goes around the corner now and he'll pass Ella. Going round, it'll be Staber, who's still going without a front wing at the moment in 11th. Yeah, Mills. We'll watch these two come over the line because it's the end of the race, and as soon as these two finish, I'll remind. Well, I'm waiting for these two to finish. I'll remind you. Thursday night, Tier 1, Tier 4. I do Tier 1. If you want to come watch again, please do. And, well, when Staber goes over the line here, Melder comes over in 10th. Staber coming over the line now, spins his car, and should just reverse over the line. Yep, reverses over the line. And with that, I say that, yeah, obviously the Thursday streams, know about those. We've got the Sunday streams as well coming this week. Monday GT round 2 as well. Lots happening the upcoming week before we come back here again on next Tuesday. But until that point, in a bit.